EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set, 180.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 71 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Say 31.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Watson going up top. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Set. 19. 54.
On first down, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Watson sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
A run for Nick Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after
We got three.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
Red
4.
team spell.
20-yard line.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm going to come back to you. Pistol. Check. Hey! Motion.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a
is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. 24.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
What's that? 19. I got him.
On 1st and 10, Watson forced out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit, excellent pursuit, force the quarterback out of the pocket, he ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Mike. Record. 24 down, coming. 59! Wild Bill! Look, 53 to Mike. 59! 53! It's our time, guys.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Go!
3rd and long. It's Watson. Screenplay. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Keep it up, guys. Check 26, check 26. On your team.
Mayfield on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He's got the first down and more past midfield. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Jackson 7. Austin Seibert is the kickoff for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
First down, a run with Hyde. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 38, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Partners, switching gears for a second. A really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor. And, of course, his son Clay was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2. Son, who's playing for the Rams now, is 3. When he popped out there to see the rest of the family, all of them wearing the 57 jersey that Clay II wore with such distinction for Cleveland for all those years. When he played long enough, a lot of people think he played with Otto Graham. I mean, it was amazing. About nearly a 20-year career there. Just phenomenal what he got done. And even better to see his son able to pop out there and share the moment with him on such a special night. Just phenomenal.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Push him back. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Rip right, rip right.
To the air yet again, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but his ability to catch the ball in the backfield, make plays in open space. 4 to 8 weeks with a high ankle sprain. Horrible news. Now,
and he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
Brings up 2nd down.
180. What's the
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Hurry! 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Real. That's what I do. Mike, 41. Real. Bring it. Mike, 41. Real. Pilot, 64, weak. Check 25. Check 4. I got it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hurry! Pistol. Check Mike. Regular. Run.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At 24. Alert. 53.
Here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. It's Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Mike 55, Mike 50. King. Alert. What you got, Heavy?
Mayfield now, able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hurry. King.
Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53's Mike.
The final shot before the break. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
33. Hey, wahoo! Hey, check 24.
Mayfield to throw it. That one is caught by Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set. 180. No gain on this defense. No gain. Sit. Alert. Check 41. Pick it up. X3. 218. Chopper. 41's the money. Stop your
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Carter. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty of a cushion.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two.
Regular.
Hunt going to run for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for two when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike, set. Mike, I know he ain't got it. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. 18. Squeeze, double.
Throwing again, it's Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Good. 180. Here we go, T. Here I come.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and
the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And again, it's Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
180. 41 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Up, Jim. Hey, alert, alert. Alert, alert. Hurry, hurry.
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
What is that? 19. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 54. 59. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make.
Come up the ball. Hey, 31.
Watson on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
I'll get him. 59. Get him.
On first down, it's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. On first down, Watson. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Mike 51. Alert. Here we go, D.
Watson looks to throw again. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
42. Texans 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and
It started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this is caught at the end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Check. Back. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Harris has it over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, alert! Hey, dude. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 40 worth the month.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seemed a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.